In this problem, notice we have a star question here, and it states which expression is equivalent to this particular exponent, right? That's written as an expression. So let's take a look and see what we can do here. Now, what I would do is, of course, I would teach my students the regular rules, right? You have the product rule, quotient rule, power to power rule, and so on. However, for those students who struggle, we can actually use, I call it a modified guess and check method. And so my modified guess and check method is I'm going to actually use the calculator, and I'm going to actually evaluate this that you see right here, this exponent. And when I evaluate it, I do have to have values that I assign to A, B, and C. And this is a way around of having to do this with those regular rules. Or if they just want to use it to check their answer. So I teach the rules and then I teach this. Now my favorite numbers to use is I always tell my students to start off with 2 and then go to your next value, which is 3, and then 4, and so on. And what I mean by that is, what I'm going to do is every A that I have inside of here, so I'm going to highlight it, right? For that A, I'm going to go ahead and put in a 2 for it. And then for the B, I'm going to put in a 3. And for the C, I'm going to put in a 4. So let's go ahead and do that right quick. I'm going to get my calculator ready, turn it on, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in this first value, right? The what it's giving me, because it gave me this expression and it wants to know which one is equivalent. So I'm going to go ahead and type it in. I'm going to start by doing my fraction bar. I always have the student start off with that first, and then I'll put in 14, and then instead of an A, I'm going to put a 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and put to the power of 4. And then after I do that, instead of a B, I'm going to go ahead and put a 3. And then it says B to the power of 6. I'm going to put the power of 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my C, which is going to be a 4. And then I'm going to put to the power of negative 10. I'm going to go down to my denominator, and we're going to just continue the process. So I got A. So I got 8A. So for my A, I'm going to put in the value of 2 to the power of negative 2. And then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put in my B value, which happens to be 3. And it's to the power of 3. And then last of all, I have C, which is 4. That's the number we assign to that variable. And then to the power of negative 5. So once we got this all in, so notice I have A, B, C, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to hit enter. Now it gives me a value of 189 over 64. So what I tell the students is, once they get this value up here, you can actually go ahead and then see which one down here is going to be equivalent to it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll start with F. We'll see what F is. And now if it gives me a different fraction, then I know that it's wrong, right? And we'll just go to the next one. So once again, I'm going to start with my fraction bar. I'm going to put my coefficient, which is 7, and then A is 2, and then it says to the power of 2, and then I got B, so I'm going to put 3, and B is to the power of 3. Go to my denominator, and I have 4. Then we have C, which is 4, and to the power of 15, and hit enter. And notice it gives me a way different answer, so we know that it's not that one. And so we'll go ahead and check the next one. So let's check G now. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to put my fraction bar, and then I'll do 6, 2 for A, and that's squared. And then I have B, so that's 3, and that's to the power of 9. Then I'll go to my denominator, and I have C, which C is going to be 4, and that's going to be to the power of 15. Okay, so that one doesn't match either. So we'll just continue this process. We'll try the next one. Alright, and now we'll try H. So I'm going to hit Control Divide, and I have 7 times 2 to the 6th power times 3 to the 3rd power, and then go to my denominator, and I have 4 times 4 to the power of 5. Hit enter, Notice it gives me 189 over 64. And if we go back to what we got originally, it's 189 over 64. So we know that that one was done properly, and it is the equivalent expression. So H has been simplified correctly, and that is our answer. So this is basically a guess and check method. You just have to teach the students that when they want to use guess and check, dealing with exponents or anything else, right, they just want to assign a number for each variable. And I start with 2 and work my way up there depending on how many variables it has.